You believe in these dumb mediums?
A medium?
The psychic mediums?
Eric doesn't.
Eric doesn't? Or Eric does?
No, I know what he was.
Oh, no.
I get it.
What happened?
Danny was saying that Eric does not believe in mediums because his shirt size is obviously significantly bigger.
All right. That's a good one.
Closer to a double XL.
This Long Island medium, what's her name? Teresa Caputo, I think.
Something like that.
She's some fucking Long Island yenta.
She's an embarrassment to Long Island. Sorry to the Long Islanders out there. She's a fucking fraud.
What?
That preys on the vulnerable.
She went into Shade 45 and they got freaked out by her.
Of course, because they're black.
Black people get
Black
so
people
scared.
love that shit.
You know something?
That's when I have no problem stating the obvious. Black people love that shit.
Sam brought it up. They're petrified of magic.
Oh, magic.
Well,
They do magic and people, they go, wow! They run away.
Yeah.
It's
she
hilarious.
seems to be. I don't know if
She's a fraud. Why?
Because it seems like I don't technically buy into any of that stuff. But
she's a fraud, man. This vagary where you could sort of. What? She's coming in or something?
No.
What happened?
Can she just sue the shit out of you?
Put the Van Halen music on for a second.
What happened?
Let's see. Can we take a...
What happened?
Put the brake on. There you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think she's a fraud. How about that? I think all these people are frauds. It drives me nuts. Is that better?
I don't know.
Are you a little worried, really?
Oh, yeah.
You're worried that some lady like this that preys on vulnerable people is legit?
No.
Come in here and prove it's legit.
Jim Norton, hope that she gets a lump somewhere because I think she's fucking despicable. But I don't know if she's a fucking.
I think she's a
don't buy
fraud.
it.
You're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you
These
this,
people drive me nuts.
Shade 45 was freaked the fuck
but
out. They knew she was...
Why
legit.
is it all vague? They get sort of messages from heaven, but it's always vague, and they got to work the room with their vagary until they fucking pinpoint someone.
Now, how about Shade 45? What did she do? Did she read someone in there?
She's grape soda.
Oh, shit.
Somebody smokes Newports.
Oh, shit. Because let me tell you something. If she walked in here or it goes on any show.
I'd roll my
and starts
fucking
that shit,
eyes.
First of all, she could just Google any of our names.
Right.
We've talked about shit on the air. Get everything. I'm detecting, I'm feeling tears.
Right.
Somebody that just cried incessantly as a child.
Yeah.
And your father used to say... He used to evoke the Lord's name in some way.
There you go.
Yes, Jesus Christ.
Google is the best friend of the
medium.
The medium. They Google shit. They have planted microphones in the past. I will not mention specific shows, but they plant microphones so they pick up on conversations as the crowd is getting ready for the big show.
Yeah.
I know I didn't do this justice yesterday on Twitter. I needed more than 140 characters yesterday, but I was at the gym, me and Jim Norton's gym.
Yes.
And I was watching Katie Couric's new show because it was on. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going to take a look at this. And this Long Island Medium was on. And then she starts working the crowd, and she actually said, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, I'm feeling someone's loved one died recently. And then this black woman's like, oh my God, me! Like, she just gives it up. And then, of course, in an audience like that, someone's loved one died recently.
Of course.
And then this broad goes, I'm getting a vision or feeling that you might have sung in church. She says this to a black woman. Holy shit!
Isn't that a little racist?
Huh?
That's racist.
Huh?
The spirit would have been racist then. Who told her?
The Baptists love to sing in church. Have you ever gone to a Baptist service? They sing.
So that's pretty much like, I'm detecting some fried chicken and watermelon.
Sure.
It's just you're taking a racial stereotype.
And I'm kind of yelling at the TV because Katie Couric, I know she's been like a kind of a fluff lady with the Today Show and stuff, but she also has done some hard news. It's like, why aren't you challenging her instead of allowing this crap to go on your show?
Yeah.
Why not at least challenge her? Go, really? You're feeling that a black woman might have sung in church before?
Yeah.
And then the next one was, I'm also feeling a tattoo, someone with a tattoo, and everyone's like getting up on their seat like, I got a tattoo. Oh, my God, I got one. Oh, maybe she's talking about me and my loved one. And then she goes, the tattoo says, in memory of.
Does it?
How'd she know that?
Someone saw it, probably.
Oh.
In an audience, I think it's safe to say in an audience, you're probably going to have one person that has a in memory of tattoo.
Yeah.
And then the next thing she did was something with a gold ring, I believe.
Oh.
And then she goes, I know a lot of people here have a gold ring, but look, that's what I'm feeling right now.
Everyone has. What the fuck is she talking about? And
Katie Couric just sat there nodding like this lady goes, you know, when I was a little girl, I actually saw the dead people, but that ability went away as I got older. Now I just get these feelings of the dead people.
Wow.
I hate these people.
I get it.
So you got a clip from the show?
Yeah.
I'm saying
Or
this.
newly passed. Newly for me is within 2 years.
2 years.
Pause.
That be you?
There's an
Pause.
audience full of people.
Pause. A newly passed means within the last 2 years. You got, how many people are in that audience? Let's be about maybe 200?
No, like 100.
No, that's more than 100 there, Travis.
Let's call it 130.
Sure, we can split the difference. So it's definitely over 100. You got 2, 4, 6. You got 7 per row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 42 over there. Then you got 5, 4. Yeah, all right. It's a little over 100.
Yeah.
120, let's call it.
Still.
So she's asking an audience of 120 people if someone has passed.
135.
135. Okay.
37 because there's
37. All right,
kills.
sure. Okay.
Sure it can.
So she goes, someone passed recently, and that means within the last 2 years?
2 years.
I would bet half that audience had someone they care about die in the last 2 years. Go ahead. And this woman is
And
huge.
who's the young male that's departed as well? Young for me is anyone that left the physical world before we feel their time.
It's not. It's so vague.
Pause. More vagary.
So it's young doesn't necessarily mean young. It's just before their time.
So if you have this incredible ability, it has to be vague, though? Really?
so vague.
She's disgusting, and she's saying,
I fucking hate this.
I sense that somebody here has had somebody die before they'd like them to have died within the last 2 years.
Oh.
Holy shit, it's a miracle. What are the odds of that? 100%, you cunt.
Her hairstyle looks like a horse's asshole.
Yeah.
It really does.
She doesn't even have confidence in her bullshit to go within the last year. It's within the last 2 years, really?
She's trying her cold read shit right here, and it's
incredible.
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Over there?
Yeah.
So, now,
Okay.
How
Here
is
I
that? Katie, just look at it this way. You don't have to go to the gym this afternoon.
A little humor with your dead people.
Funny.
My brother-in-law passed away much younger than we expected him to.
And what happened with the
Pause.
chest? Because he just like labored my breathing.
Oh, he labored her breathing.
Yes.
Yeah, he shoved his ghost cock in your fucking
Yes.
mouth.
I hope that labored breathing is due to a growing abnormality on her fucking ovaries. Because I also hate her.
Because how this works is the people are so like want to believe and they want to feel like their loved ones are okay, so they offer up all the info. So why doesn't everyone just sit there and go, well, hey, you're the expert. Why don't you come walk up to one of these people and point out which one you're talking about?
Or they'll make themselves believe that that's what they're talking. You know what? He did at one point have a little heart thing when he was like 11.
Well, there was another one. I don't know if we're going to get to it today, where it was an older guy's mom passed away, and she goes, I feel like you were holding her hand.
Wow.
Guess what? When old people die,
Oh, brother.
if it's not in the middle of the night in a car accident, guess what? You're holding their hand as they pass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially if you're leading them out in front of traffic so you can get that inheritance. There you go, you old fucking burden. With your back open hospital, Johnny.
Holding,
this again.
holding the hand away so they can't pull the pillow off their nose as you smush it on with the other hand.
I sense you were holding her wrist. Oh, you kind of.
Yeah, well.
Go ahead.
There a blow to the chest?
We don't really know. It was a year and a half.
Here, so
What happened there?
Now I want to talk
what
about
happened?
the father.
I want to see that woman who looks like Bert Lahr finish talking.
Who lost the father? I'm right here. Your father also as well.
See, they just offered up.
Because I.
She
you have to
pause.
understand
By
this.
the way, she goes right here, and
Yeah.
the woman talks from way over to the right.
Yeah.
Right here in this area.
And then over that area. Well, I meant over there. I was getting to that area.
Yeah.
Well, your father? No, it was my mother's husband. Oh, great. Okay.
Not a father.
No.
Something made me say something. I felt that there was a lot in this row right here, and see, it's not up to me on who comes through, what they say, and what they don't say, and I just felt a lot of devastation within the family.
He was my children's only grandfather, and not really their
That's
grandfather.
devastation,
Right.
of course. That would be devastating for anybody.
Are you the only son? Were you the because your mother, she just keeps going like this. Can we get back to my son? And she's going, my son, my son, my son.
No, she's
so
not.
that's my symbol for if someone
This
was
is
the
the old
only
guy.
son,
Watch.
or acknowledging the relationship and bond that you shared with your mother. What do you think
I
of
just
this?
lost my mother.
And were you there for the actual
Of
passing?
course.
Because
Yeah.
she showed me the holding of the hands, and she says, please just tell my son I want to thank him for allowing my soul to leave the physical world here with dignity and grace. Did you tell your mother it was okay to let go?
It was so interesting what you're saying, because I went there the night before she passed away, and she had a stroke, and she was almost comatose. And I kept telling her, I love you, I'm here. And all of a sudden, her hand came up, and she wanted to hold my hand.
And all of her fingers except the middle one went down. She told me to get out of her room.
She hated me.
Yes, she hated me. I was a mistake. I was the product of a home invasion and a sodomy in the early 30s. Every time she looked at me, she remembered being thrown down the basement steps. She couldn't wait to leave this planet.
You old hag.
Oh, hey.
But yes, I hate mediums because I think they prey on people's grief. They're disgusting people.
If it makes it, I was having a discussion after I saw the show, and someone was saying, if it makes these people feel better, what's the harm? In a way, I guess. But I mean, this woman makes a shitload of money off bullshitting people.
That's
in
like,
my humble opinion.
That's what you. That's like saying like if it makes them people feel better, but because it's lying to them. It's like.
Yeah, it's lying because you're not getting these messages.
No, I don't
think so.
There's no way to back it up. Yeah, you could say, she's lying, but then there's no way to prove that she's lying.
Right, at all. Or that she can't prove she's telling the
truth. Exactly.
Right.
It's a perfect Carney scam.
And because this ability is sort of vague and comes and goes, it's easy to kind of explain that. Like, no, it's over here. Okay, it's over here now.
Oh, right, over there. I get it now. Sure.
You got to be really good at reading people's faces. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Is there another clip? That was it?
Oh, montage.
Yeah, there's another clip. Why you're lying?
This is her response to skeptics. It's not her.
Oh, let's hear
with
it.
The audience.
Fair enough, because a lot of people don't think this shit is real.
If I could just say something, Katie.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I look at my gift from a different perspective. It's not about people believing in what I do. I say to all my clients, I go, listen, I don't care if you believe in what I do. I don't mean to be rude, but that's not why I chose to do mediumship, or more importantly, to do the television show Long Island Medium.
Oh.
The reason why I chose to do those things was to make people be more aware of, because I believe you don't have to go to a medium to speak to your loved ones. I believe what I am able to do is just be, for a split second, be that physical being to allow your loved ones to validate that they are still with you.
Are there some people who are more receptive than others? I mean, I kind of think
dummies.
if you're open to it, then
There's people who
you
used
may
to
have
host the
these
evening news but couldn't quite cut it. You fucking idiots.
It's harder for it to happen. Is that true?
Well, my experience is I find a skeptic sometimes gets the best reading because they are not expecting anything. So it's the ones that sit there and go, Mom, I want you to tell me where I put your apron, that it's buried under the drawer. And I'm, like the woman that buried the watch in the chair. When I went to go read her, she actually took a pocket watch and put on, and she wanted them to talk about that in a specific movie. That's harder sometimes.
What?
I don't know. Probably an episode of Long Island Medium.
Yeah, I bet.
So,
whatever.
huh?
I ain't buying that shit.
No, not for a second.
No. Todd
Not
Burpo.
for a second. So,
His name Todd Burpo.
but there's
What a horrible name.
Why would you say that? I'm not saying. I'm just reading what Fred Fartnick said.
what about Sylvia Miles, who finds the dead kids?
I don't know about that.
She used to be on TV finding dead kids.
If she was such a good medium, she would have known that John Voight wanted money after he fucked her in Midnight Cowboy.
John Voight.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah?
But who?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She was in that.
You were going to ask me for money?
But what does the amazing Randy say?
He offers I believe it's $1 million check for anyone that can absolutely withstand his tests and prove real psychic activity.
So why wouldn't someone like the Long Island Medium take him up on that? That looks
no
like,
one has been able to do it.
That's free money, quick million, plus it would be headlines all over the world.
Yep.
So why do they avoid those challenges?
Huge.
None of them have been able to do it under test conditions. None.
None so far, right?
Zero.
Has anyone tried?
I don't know. I'm sure they have, but he's been debunking a lot of these. Well, the way he phrased it is he is unable to find evidence of real psychic ability.
Rubber Guard fan. She was on Ron and Fez this year and Red Fez not very successfully.
No?
Yeah, figures. What was her excuse?
Probably because the radioactivity, the radio waves were just interfering. Ugh. Ugh. And she comes from Long Island. Had a lot of cool people come from Long Island. She's an embarrassment.
It's also been, Joel Rifkin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Colin Ferguson.
Wow.
Colin Ferguson, Joel Rifkin. Wait a minute.
Hey, man, those guys were superstars.
It never ends. Yeah.
They were superstars.
Superstars.
They made their mark.
Sure did.